It might just be me, but I found the 2021 E3 to be just a bit meh. You know, it wasn't terrible, it wasn't bad. There were some good things shown from Bethesda and Xbox. Nothing that really blew my mind or anything like that. And then there was Nintendo's, which they shown some really good stuff. And that's what I wanted to talk about here in this video, on the games that basically interested me from the E3. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm in no way saying that it was a load of crap and all that kind of jazz. It didn't knock my socks off, and it didn't sort of, I don't know, make me jump up, you know, with fists in the air shouting yes, but then I have been getting over coronavirus for the last 2 weeks anyway, so hence this is my first video in 2 weeks, so apologies for that one, and thank you very much for everyone who's been subscribing and watching my videos over the last 2 weeks. The support's been amazing, but I'm on the mend, I'm much better now, and I just wanted to talk about the E3. So, starting off with this one, the Mario plus Rabbids sequel, Sparks of Hope. It's really just this animated trailer that we have at the minute, but the first game is a very, very underappreciated sort of XCOM style strategy fighting game. Not fighting game, that's the wrong terminology to use. It's like a real-time strategy basically, but turn-based combat, like Fire Emblem, but with the Mario characters and Rabbid characters, and it's really, really good. You can customize all the characters with different weapons and different loadouts, and they each have their own personal strengths and weaknesses. Like Luigi is a badass sniper, for example, and yeah. It's all based and mushed up within the Mushroom Kingdom and the Rabbids Kingdom, and it's just really good, and always is really cheap, and I believe it's on offer right now, so it's worth the pickup. But this game being released next year definitely did perk an interest in me, and I was quite keen on it. So hopefully we'll see great things from it. This next one surprised me, and is actually something that I really wanted. Again, it's the same kind of style game as the Mario plus Rabbids series with the Advance Wars games, and yeah, I was shocked to see this come back. It's complete remakes of the first two games from the Game Boy Advance, which I had back in the day and was obsessed with, so I'm quite looking forward to it. It's available to pre-order now. It's digital only on the Nintendo eShop, and it's coming out on the 3rd of December this year. However, I did happen to notice, well, when I went to pre-order it, that it's got a price tag of $49.99 here in the UK, so I didn't pre-order it. This is not going to be a game that I'm going to pick up at release, because I personally think that that's a bit too steep, but we all know Nintendo does like pricing things very steep anyway. I mean, their quality is there, and they do make really good games, but I'm not paying 50 quid for two old GBA games smushed together. Just because they've been redone with new graphics, it's still not, in my opinion, worth. I mean, at the minute, I can't tell it's going to be worth that unless they've put loads of extra stuff in it and extended bits. But it's definitely a game I will pick up one day on sale without question. Up next is the Shin Megami Tensei 5 game, coming in on the 12th of November this year. This is a game that's been highly anticipated by fans of the series. I have never played a Shin Megami Tensei mainline series game. I've played all of the Personas and love Persona. I think the Persona game franchise is absolutely amazing, and I'm really looking forward to playing Shin Megami Tensei 5 on the Switch. This is a game that I will definitely be grabbing day one and reviewing and talking about, because let's be honest, it just looks fantastic on the Switch, and the gameplay looks so intriguing. Like I said, I've never played one before, so I don't quite know what to expect, but I'm fairly certain it's going to turn out to be great, as it's been in development for quite a while, and they've only just shown proper gameplay of it, and it's ready. It's ready to go. They are ready to release it, and that's absolutely exciting news. It looks like you can just run around. It's a JRPG, of course, so you can level up, you can fight monsters, you can upgrade your party, and I think you can capture the monsters and fight with the monsters as well, I believe. It's kind of like a dark Pokemon-esque style game, but obviously we'll just have to wait and see for when it comes out, because I don't know anyone in real life of my friends or group who ever played Shin Megami Tensei, so here's hoping that this is as good as I've been led to believe. Up next is Metroid Dread, and now this is coming out on the 8th of the 10th this year, and I'm shocked, especially as it's got an October release date. I'm even more shocked at that. But it's a 2D Metroid game. It's canonically Metroid 5, so it's based after Metroid Fusion, and that's pretty awesome. I believe this game was actually originally in development for the 3DS, but it got cancelled. So I'm glad it's come back for the Nintendo Switch. It looks really good. It looks intriguing. You know, I've always been a big fan of the Metroid franchise. I wouldn't say I'm a hardcore fan. I'm still kind of waiting for the HD trilogy port of the Metroid Prime trilogy, and obviously for more news on Metroid Prime 4. But this is still exciting for Metroid fans, and I'm keen to get in on it. I'm not expecting it to be a super long game. I'm anticipating it's going to be around 10 to 15 hours-ish, but that's not a bad thing. 10 to 15 hours of an amazing game is still better than 50 hours of a completely boring game. But they've implemented some new gameplay features in. It looks really smooth. The combat looks really great, and yeah, Nintendo actually listened and put out a 2D Metroid game, so hopefully they can continue to keep listening and giving fans what they want. Last and certainly not least, we finally got a proper look at Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild 2. Now, I've already made a video discussing why I believe the first Breath of the Wild game is one of, if not the best games ever made, and hopefully they can recreate that with this one. If Breath of the Wild 2 is as good as the first one, then that's good enough for me. It looking like it's going to be playing about with new movesets and obviously floating islands and etc. So I'm guessing we're going to be able to get a flying mount of some description, maybe even some, you know, maybe some of the birds from, you know, Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. There it looks like we're mucking about with time, fire, and gravity, which looks really, really cool. Yeah, it's looking really, really good. I'm hoping it's not going to turn out to be some kind of like extended Breath of the Wild DLC, which is my fear, but you know, I want more Breath of the Wild. A lot of people want more Breath of the Wild, and they're giving it to us, so we can only hope that this Breath of the Wild 2 is actually worth being its own standalone game. I'm sure it is, but it's early days yet. It remains to be seen. It's not coming out until next year, but we know it's coming next year, so that's exciting. I'm gonna guess it's either gonna come out in the spring or it's gonna come out in the fall. It's gonna be one of the two, but here's hoping. But anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching this video. Please let me know in the comments what you think about all the games I've discussed here. Are there any that you're going to pick up? Are there any that's interesting you? Yeah, it's like I said, it didn't blow me away, and there were a lot of really great games shown, but these are just the ones that stood out to me, and if anything got me, you know, excited in air quotes, it was these games. I will definitely be picking up mostly all of them on day one, apart from Advance Wars. I'm not paying 50 quid for that. Most definitely not. But yeah, anyway, and yeah, again, apologies for the break between since my last video. I did actually have COVID-19, so I was quite poorly with that, but like I said, I'm back on my feet. I'm getting there. Still have some of the after effects symptoms, but you could have those for months, evidently. But yeah, thank you very much for watching the video, and until next time.